So I am recording this video right now, and Bitcoin is sitting at about $50,000 per Bitcoin. Only a couple years ago, Bitcoin was sitting at below $20,000, and now we are once again approaching Bitcoin's all-time high. The Bitcoin ETF has been approved and passed, and we have seen billions of dollars flow into those funds very recently. We are now also seeing Ethereum and different altcoins start to increase in price as well, as money goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum down to the smaller cap altcoins. Now, I've been saying this over and over again on this channel, but I do not think right now is the time to sit out of the market. I have been in the market for several months now, and I really do think the risk to reward ratio is definitely in the favor of being in the market rather than out of the market. I would rather risk a 20, 30, 40, even 50% pullback on my current investment portfolio than miss out on some incredible, insane gains that we could see over the next couple years. We have seen the Bitcoin ETF get launched, get passed, and have billions of dollars of inflows into those specific funds. Bitcoin is now sitting at about $50,000, and we know what happens when Bitcoin gets into price discovery mode. If Bitcoin can break that $69,000 all-time high it has seen this year, I see the second half of 2024 and 2025 post-halving, post-election, lower interest rates, and a bunch of other catalysts coming. I could see the market doing some insane numbers. Taking a look at some charts right now, we're seeing the overall market cap of cryptocurrency at around $2 trillion, Bitcoin being about $1 trillion of the overall market. What we're going to see eventually, if Bitcoin does break its all-time highs and enters price discovery mode, we're going to see a lot of that money flow down into Ethereum and different altcoins and even more micro cap altcoins, and that's where the insane juicy gains will be made. Being a part of a super small exclusive private Discord just like mine means you get access to all of the best whitelist raffles, as well as a ton of different pre-sale early investment rounds into a bunch of upcoming super hype tokens. And for me, this is one of the best opportunities that is presented in this space because you get the best possible entry into these different tokens and NFT projects launching within the next year or two. I'm going to open up 3 spots for my private Discord in the description below, which you can check out right now. The group is going to be capped at 100 members, and we are at about 85. So very soon the group will shut off and be closed, and there will be no more spots available for you guys to join and get access to all the best whitelist raffles, as well as all of the best pre-sale opportunities. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below before they're all gone. So let's take a look at a few coins that I've had on my watch list, and that quite a few of these coins are a part of my overall crypto investment portfolio. Right now we have Bitcoin sitting at about $50,000. Ethereum is slowly creeping up once again to its $2,700 mark. And for me, Ethereum, with its potential Ethereum ETF fund being introduced and maybe even voted on later in this year, I do think Ethereum is a relatively safe bet for someone who's looking to get into a cryptocurrency that isn't Bitcoin, that could also present more potential X's and profits down the line, just because Bitcoin's already at $1 trillion market cap, and we have some interesting catalysts coming up for Ethereum in the very near future. A couple other coins I wanted to touch on again, and I made a more in-depth video about some of these coins already, but Beam, I think this coin right now it's sitting at about a $1.467 billion market cap. I think this could reach, 10, 15, $20 billion. If Bitcoin blasts past its all-time high, Ethereum reaches $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, a ton of money floods into the space. I could easily see Beam destroying $5, $10, $15 billion market cap and printing a 5, 10, 15x. I really like Beam. They have really good tokenomics. They have a huge treasury, and investing in Beam is kind of like investing into an ETF. So I'm buying into Beam, but Beam and with their treasury have invested into a ton of different other projects within the Web3 ecosystem. And so by buying Beam, I'm also getting proxy bets and proxy investments into all of the different other investments that they have within their treasury. So once again, I think Beam is going to do absolutely insane numbers over this course of this next bull run, all depending on if Bitcoin and Ethereum and different coins above it can break past their all-time highs. So once again, when I'm talking about these different altcoins and the potential for a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10x, that is all depending on the macro cryptocurrency market. Can Bitcoin break past its all-time high? Can Ethereum break past its all-time high, etc., etc. And so another coin I really think you guys should be paying attention to is going to be Super. We've seen Alex Becker talk about this coin a lot recently. It is Elio Trades Company's coin with the Superverse, Super being the token. It has done an insane amount of gains over the past 7 days. It is up 60% over the past 7 days. I bought a ton of Super around 50 cents, so I'm up almost 2x on this investment alone just from buying and holding this coin. I believe Superverse's all-time high during last bull run is about $4. So from here, you know, it reaching about $1 already is about a 4x to its all-time high. And then once we enter price discovery mode, you know, the ceiling for Superverse could be multi-billion-dollar market cap, which would be great for my bags and anyone else's bags who's been holding Super. But I like Super a lot because it's gaming focused, it's Web3 gaming focused. They're trying to be kind of this gaming token for all gaming projects, all gaming products. And I think Elio and Becker, as a big investor and an advisor, have, you know, a great head on their shoulders as to what a good gaming coin could potentially be. Therefore, I'm going to hold my Super bag until I start to see, you know, it at a multi-billion-dollar market cap, and then I will start to trim profits off the top from there. Another coin I really like that I think is currently undervalued at its market cap of currently $387 million is going to be Rollbit. And I like Rollbit because they make a ton of profit yearly. They make a ton of revenue yearly. And if you stack it up to the other Web3 coins that make about as much as Rollbit does on a yearly basis, this market cap is insanely undervalued in my opinion. It stacks up to the likes of Uniswap and other giant multi-billion-dollar market cap coins when it comes to its yearly revenue. Rollbit is also a gambling coin, which is attached to a casino that they have online. And I do think gambling, AI, and gaming are going to be some of the biggest narratives for this upcoming bull run. So I added to my bag of Rollbit on this dip right here where it went to like 11, 12 cents, and now I'm up a little bit more, but I'm happy with my bags and I will be continuing to hold them. Another couple coins I wanted to touch on would be Seedify. You know, once again, I think Seedify at the moment is probably a little bit undervalued. When Web3 gaming starts to pick up more and more and more, and there's more demand for these initial, you know, pre-sale opportunities that once again, my Discord gets access to as well, I do think Seedify is going to have a huge run past its all-time high eventually. So much demand for a clean dashboard with a refund policy to get access to these early round investment opportunities for these new tokens coming out. If you can get access to a token, you know, at a $50 million market evaluation and it runs to $250, $400, $500 million market cap, which we see a ton of coins do, especially in a true bull run, that's a 25, 50x for you just getting into the coin on an early investment round. And that's why I think you guys should definitely check out my private Discord, because we're getting access to a lot of those same opportunities that Seedify and different investment funds might get access to as well. And then the last coin which I wanted to touch on, which would be Playable Games. And right now I'm actually a little bit down on this investment because I didn't get in super early. It's at around a $37 million market cap, so it's by far the lowest market cap coin I currently hold. But for me, it's a Web3 gaming studio infrastructure play that I do think has huge legs to run. And so my average for this coin, I believe, is around 0.006. And so I'm down, you know, maybe 10% or so on my investment. But for me, this is definitely a hold. It's currently making up around 2% of my overall portfolio. And I'm just going to sit on this bag and wait for it to go to multiple hundreds of $1 million market caps, just because I personally believe that it could get there. All right, so let's look at the overall market probability of interest rate cuts in the near future. So as we can see here, the market is currently predicting another pause for next month, our potential first rate cut in 3 months from now. So right now the market is kind of split on whether the Feds will start cutting rates midway through this year. And to be honest, I don't know if it's necessarily going to matter too much with the Bitcoin halving happening in like 66, 65 days or something like that. And also the presidential election and the other catalysts we have upcoming for the cryptocurrency space altogether. But lower interest rates, quantitative easing would be bullish for the overall market in general, just because it's easier to borrow money. It's easier to get more money flowing throughout the economy. And overall, people just have access to more money and investment money when interest rates are lower. So be on the lookout for this. Most likely next month looks like a pause. We might even see our first interest rate cut on 5/1 of 2024. So whether it's, you know, on 5/1 or 6/12 or whenever the first cut might be, they are probably coming sometime this year. Most likely it won't be too much of a cut, but it should overall, you know, just give people a little bit more breathing room in terms of borrowing money, and it should give a little bit more of a stimulus into the overall economy as well, which is great for risk assets like cryptocurrency. So the Bitcoin halving is slated to take place in 54 days and 13 hours from now. By the time this video gets out, I'm sure this will be 52 days, 51 days. The general consensus is the market is bullish pre-halving. The market is also bullish sometime after the halving. And the reason for that is, so in terms of overall Bitcoins that could be dumped onto the market and create sell pressure is halved, which is why the Bitcoin halving has been historically a kindling and a fire under the markets, but to have a giant bull run take place anywhere from 3 to 6 to 12 months after the Bitcoin halving. And it just so happens, and we've been discussing this on this channel for a while, the Bitcoin halving, the presidential election, quantitative easing, and the Bitcoin ETF are all taking place this year and next year. To me, this is the perfect storm for a crazy once-in-a-lifetime bull run where Bitcoin reaches 6 figures. Whether that's going to happen is completely speculation and to some degree a gamble. But I do believe as the Bitcoin halving, which is 50 plus days from now, continues to approach and get closer, we are going to continuously see the market be relatively bullish. We have seen that over the course of the past few weeks. Just looking at the market right now, $50,000 Bitcoin. If you had told me Bitcoin was going to reach $50,000 in, February, halfway through February of 2024, I would have been like, no, that's probably not the case. I have always said I thought the market was going to be bullish on the second half of the year of 2024. And it just so happens that things are starting to happen a little bit more quickly than I would have guessed. This could just be, post Bitcoin ETF approval, or a lot of that money's flowing into those ETFs, which is forcing these giant funds like BlackRock, Fidelity to buy Bitcoins on the market to make sure that they have the amount of money that's in the ETF and the Bitcoins to match that. It could also be the relative excitement for this Bitcoin halving that's coming up, which people know historically creates a bull run. So once again, guys, not the time to be AFK. Now is the time to be plugged in. Join Discords like mine that gives you access to all the best whitelist raffles, as well as the best pre-sale and early round investment opportunities, because that's going to be, besides holding spot bags of some of these cryptos I mentioned in this video, is going to be one of the best opportunities presented to you in this lifetime, in my opinion. None of this is financial advice, but I am in the market. I would say 60 to 70% of my overall portfolio is in cryptocurrency. I have about 25 to 30% cash reserves just as a hedge against, cryptocurrency nuking 50% from here. But overall, I'm bullish. I'm in the market, and I am gambling on this fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of the altcoins underneath it are going to be continuously bullish throughout this year and next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, 3 spots available for my Discord in the description below right now. It will be capped at 100 members, and we are approaching that cap very quickly. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the very next one. Peace.